In a world where fame often overshadows sincerity, Yulong has proven that true loyalty and sacrifice still exist. His name has been trending across every platform, not because of a scandal or controversy, but because of his silent yet extraordinary devotion to Yang Mei Mei. Fans around the world can't stop talking about the depth of his actions, leaving the internet flooded with emotions and admiration. Yulong and Yang Mei Mei have been one of the most loved on-screen pairs in recent years. Their chemistry was so natural that people often wondered if their connection extended beyond the screen. But behind their laughter and professional success, there was a story of unspoken sacrifices that no one knew until now. At the height of his fame, Yulong received an international movie offer that could have changed his entire career. It was the dream of every actor: Hollywood attention, global recognition, and the promise of stardom beyond Asia. But as fate would have it, that was the same period Yang Mei Mei's health began to decline. The stress, the endless shooting schedules, and the online criticism had taken a heavy toll on her. She retreated from the spotlight, unsure if she could continue acting. When Yulong found out, he made a decision that shocked everyone. He turned down the biggest opportunity of his life to stay by her side. While agencies and producers were baffled, Yulong remained silent. He never explained himself publicly, never tried to justify his choice. All he said to a close friend was, "Nothing matters more than the people you care about." That statement alone melted hearts, and when the truth later emerged, it left millions speechless. But his sacrifices didn't end there. When false rumors began to spread online about Yang Mei Mei, accusing her of unprofessional behavior and fabricating stories, Yulong stepped in. At a time when most celebrities would protect their image, he risked his own to defend her. His words were powerful and direct, reminding everyone that kindness was more important than gossip. His public statement became one of the most shared posts of the year, with fans praising him for his courage and loyalty. Behind closed doors, Yulong went even further. Insiders later revealed that he had used his own earnings to fund some of Yang Mei Mei's dream projects, helping her maintain creative control when producers refused to take a chance on her. He made sure she never had to give up on her passion, even if it meant delaying his own work. And yet, he never took credit for any of it. Every act of generosity, every gesture of support, was done quietly and selflessly. One particular night became a turning point in their story. Yang Mei Mei had just returned to the set after a long break. The shoot was emotionally demanding and stretched late into the night. Everyone had left, but when the cameras finally stopped rolling around 3 a.m., Yulong was still there. He had been waiting outside the studio all along, just to make sure she got home safely. Fans who caught a glimpse of him posted pictures online, and within hours, the internet exploded with emotion. The sight of him standing alone in the cold, waiting for her without seeking attention, touched hearts around the world. That moment became a symbol of everything he had done in silence. He didn't need grand declarations of love or public displays of affection. His actions spoke louder than any words ever could. To many fans, Yulong's devotion was not just romantic, it was human, pure, and deeply moving. When the truth of all his sacrifices finally came to light, the entertainment industry was shaken. Directors, actors, and producers expressed disbelief. "He's different," one director said. "He doesn't chase fame. He gives it away." Social media flooded with tributes, fan-made edits, and emotional messages. The hashtag Yulong for Yang Mei Mei trended worldwide for days, as fans from different countries united in admiration. Some called him a hero. Others simply said he had redefined what it meant to care for someone in an industry built on competition and ambition. For Yang Mei Mei, his sacrifices changed everything. Those who worked closely with her revealed that Yulong's presence gave her the strength to return, to face the world again with confidence. He reminded her of her worth, not as a celebrity, but as a person. And when she finally stepped back into the spotlight, the first thing she did was thank a friend who never stopped believing in me. She didn't mention his name, but everyone knew who she meant. Neither of them has ever publicly defined their relationship. Some say it's friendship, others believe it's something deeper. But perhaps the beauty lies in the mystery. They don't need to label what they share, because their bond transcends words. What Yulong has done for Yang Mei Mei goes beyond romance. It's a testament to loyalty, compassion, and selflessness in a world where such things are rare. Even after all that, Yulong continues to stay humble. When asked in an interview about his sacrifices, he simply smiled and said, "Sometimes, the best way to love someone is to help them become who they're meant to be, even if it means stepping back." That single sentence made headlines, leaving fans teary-eyed once again. Today, the story of Yulong and Yang Mei Mei has become a legend of its own. It's no longer just about two stars in the entertainment industry. It's about faith, sacrifice, and humanity. Their journey reminds everyone that behind the fame and glamour are real people with real emotions. And Yulong, through his quiet strength, has shown the world that love, no matter what form it takes, is not about possession or publicity. It's about sacrifice. Every fan who reads their story walks away feeling something deeper, a mix of awe, admiration, and inspiration. Because in an age where everything feels temporary, Yulong has proven that devotion still exists. He gave up fame, fortune, and recognition just to protect someone he cared about. And in doing so, he didn't lose. He became unforgettable. Now, every time Yulong and Yang Mei Mei appear together, the world watches in silence. There's something sacred about the way they look at each other, an understanding that words could never capture. They don't need grand gestures or public confessions. Their story has already been written in the quiet sacrifices no one saw, in the moments that never made headlines, and in the loyalty that left an entire generation speechless. Yulong's story is not one of loss, but of legacy. Because long after the cameras stop rolling, people will still remember the young man who proved that real love isn't about what you gain, but what you're willing to give up. And for that, Yulong will always be the name that echoes whenever anyone speaks about loyalty, compassion, and the power of a silent heart. Just when fans thought they had seen the full extent of Yulong's loyalty, new revelation surfaced that left everyone in shock once again. It turns out his sacrifices for Yang Mei Mei went even deeper than anyone could have imagined. The entertainment world stood still as details of what he had quietly endured began to unfold, proving that Yulong's heart beats with a rare kind of devotion that words can hardly describe. Weeks after Yang Mei Mei made her long-awaited public return, fans began noticing subtle details that pointed back to Yulong. During her emotional interview, she was asked about the darkest phase of her life and how she managed to overcome it. Her eyes glistened with tears, and with a trembling voice, she said, "Someone believed in me when I stopped believing in myself." That single sentence was enough to send shockwaves through the fandom. It didn't need a name. Everyone knew she was speaking about Yulong. Behind the scenes, sources revealed that Yulong had not only turned down international projects, but also restructured his entire schedule for months, just to ensure he was available whenever Yang Mei Mei needed support. There were days he canceled his own shoots to be by her side, nights he stayed up reading scripts she was too weak to review, and moments when he stepped into heated negotiations with producers to protect her from unfair contracts. It wasn't a partnership driven by fame. It was love expressed through sacrifice, silent yet immeasurable. But what truly melted hearts came to light just days ago. Insiders shared that Yulong had donated part of his own earnings to support an orphanage in Yang Mei Mei's hometown, the same one she had secretly funded before her career took off. When reporters asked why he did it, Yulong's simple reply broke the internet. "Because that place reminds her of who she really is, and I never want her to forget that she's more than a star. She's someone's light." Fans around the world burst into tears, calling it one of the most beautiful acts of love ever seen in the entertainment industry. Social media erupted once again. Hashtags like #YulongSacrifice, #Yang Mei Mei Forever Grateful, and #RealLoveStillExists trended for days. Fans from different continents began writing open letters to Yulong, thanking him for showing that compassion still matters. Edits, tributes, and fan-made short films flooded YouTube and TikTok, each one celebrating the man who chose kindness over career. Even industry veterans couldn't stay silent. One popular director commented, What Yulong did for Yang Mei Mei isn't common in this business. It's the kind of loyalty you can't buy with fame. It's the kind of heart that makes stories eternal. That quote went viral instantly, with fans agreeing that Yulong had set a new standard for integrity and love in the entertainment world. Meanwhile, Yang Mei Mei herself began shining brighter than ever. Her new film, which Yulong helped her secure, became a massive success, marking her comeback as one of the most emotional moments in recent memory. During the premiere, fans noticed Yulong standing quietly at the back of the theater, smiling as the audience applauded her. He didn't walk the red carpet, didn't give interviews, didn't take any credit. He simply watched, proud, content, and happy to see her rise again. That silent moment captured on camera became one of the most shared clips online. Fans wrote comments like, "That's what love looks like, and he doesn't need to say a word. His eyes tell the story." Others described it as the most beautiful act of selflessness they'd ever witnessed. Some even called for a drama inspired by their real-life story, saying the world needed to see the power of true devotion. Weeks later, Yang Mei Mei finally posted something on her social media that confirmed what everyone already knew. She uploaded a simple photo, a sunset with two silhouettes walking side by side, and captioned it, "Some people don't need to be loud to be heard. They just stay, and that's enough." Within minutes, fans flooded the comments with tears, love, and admiration. The photo, though subtle, became the ultimate symbol of their unspoken bond. Yulong's humility and quiet strength have since earned him global respect. He's now admired not only as an actor, but as a man whose heart remains pure despite fame. His story is inspiring millions around the world to be kinder, to be braver, and to love without expecting anything in return. He has reminded everyone that love isn't about words, it's about actions that echo louder than any headline. And as the world continues to celebrate their journey, one thing remains certain. Yulong and Yang Mei Mei's story is no longer just about two stars. It's about humanity, loyalty, and the kind of sacrifice that can move hearts across oceans. Their tale is living proof that in a world where relationships often crumble under pressure, there are still souls willing to give everything for the ones they care about. So as fans continue to cry, celebrate, and relive every emotional moment, one truth shines brighter than all. Yulong didn't just leave everyone speechless with his sacrifices for Yang Mei Mei. He reminded the entire world what love truly means. And if you felt that emotion too, if Yulong's story touched your heart the way it touched millions, then make sure you don't miss a single moment from our K-Drama Spark channel. We bring you the most emotional, heart-melting, and unforgettable stories straight from the world of Asian drama. Hit that subscribe button now, turn on the notification bell, and join our ever-growing family of K-drama lovers who believe in real love, deep emotion, and the kind of devotion Yulong showed the world. Your next favorite story begins here, and trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Because just like Yulong and Yang Mei Mei's story, love is never just a scene. It's a lifetime of sacrifice, emotion, and unspoken beauty that lives forever.